I just wanted to do this video as a video response to Zach Jones. He does the videos that I recommended once before. This is just a video response to your last review to Momento. And I wanted to address some of the issues you brought up about Memento's storytelling mechanism as being a gimmick, as you said. This kind of goes back a little bit to your review, your following review. You're doing a Christopher Nolan series right now. So this isn't really a review of Momento myself, so if you're here, if you clicked on this thinking you're going to get a review of Momento, I'm not really going to. I might do that some other day, but I just kind of wanted to talk directly at Zach and sort of bring up some of these issues he's brought up. Actually, first I'll bring up something else. You brought up about how you like Momento, but it sort of annoys you that so many other people like the movie too. Or it annoys you that so many other people praise the movie as being one of the greatest movies of all time, or one of the greatest movies of the decade, or whatever. And I kind of wanted to sort of talk about that. I guess I sort of have sort of the same issues sometimes with certain things in pop culture, certain movies that become really popular, and people praise them and go crazy and gaga, and they're on everybody's list and whatever. You brought up Fight Club. I think that's sort of makes sense. I was able to rationalize quite a while ago that I like Fight Club the movie. I do not like Fight Club fans. Specifically, Fight Club fanboys. They're discovering rebellion for the first time, and they love that movie, and they just go crazy, and they're very obnoxious about it. And they think it's the best movie that's ever been made, ever. And for a while, that kind of put a bitter taste in my mouth for Fight Club. And then I kind of watched the movie again on my own. And, not to sound like a snob, but I guess I am. Kind of say, well, I sort of understand the movie on a more sophisticated level than the average fanboys who like Fight Club. So I feel like I'm kind of going on a tangent now, but don't dislike something just because the popularity of said thing obscures the value of the thing. If it's good, it's good. I think me and you both know that you like the movie for more sophisticated reasons than Joe Blow whoever likes the movie. So second of all, I want to talk about what you described as the gimmick of the storytelling mechanism of the backward storytelling. Now, I actually think this mechanism is more important to the movie than you're letting it sound like it. Nolan likes to do this a lot, and all of his movies play around with the timeline, as I think most famously Momento does that, because it's told backwards, but even following. But you didn't really go into the storytelling of that so much, even though following is very non-linear too. There's sort of almost 3 linear threads that are running at the same time, and all involving the same characters, and eventually they tie up. And I actually think that the chronology of following is one of the most interesting things about that movie. But what's cool about the backward storytelling of Momento is that it places you in the mind of the character, because you as a viewer has to piece together the story the same way that the character has to. He's starting to lose things, he's starting to forget things, and so it puts you in the movie in a way that most movies don't do. This is more than just kind of a cool gimmick. This is very integral to the way the story is being told, the tone of the story. Now, you described Following as being kind of an average crime thriller. Yeah, it is, basically. But both Memento and Following are, and a lot of other Nolan's work, even his stuff in Batman and Inception, is kind of going back to a lot of traditions of film noir. Now, I don't know how familiar you are specifically with film noir, but if you've ever seen, well, Double Indemnity and DOA and Detour and Citizen Kane, sort of, which is famously one of the first non-linear stories, and so on and so forth. Maltese Falcon, blah 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 blah. If you watch a lot of those movies, and for a while I was really into that. I got really into film noir. I did a big kind of both within a class and within just my personal life. I kind of did a big long study on film noir, and I think one of the major themes of film noir is that the characters have sort of a mental dysfunction. Not necessarily like they're crazy or they've lost parts of their mind or whatever, but there's always some sort of distress on the character. And Nolan does this a lot in his movies. All of his movies involve males, as you said, who have some sort of mental affliction, whether it be Batman and his obsessions and his unwillingness to let go of his past, whether it be the Guy Pearce character who lost his memory, whether it be the main character Following, who doesn't know that all these things are going on throughout the whole movie, and then all those things, of course, are revealed at the end. But all of his movies kind of have these noir male archetypes for the anti-hero. And I think part of the storytelling mechanism of both Following and Memento are specifically sort of reinventing this noir aesthetic. So if you haven't seen a ton of those movies, I would recommend, just going on a back catalog, looking it up online, just film noir, 1940s, 1940s and 50s, and just watch a lot of those movies, and you'll see a lot of the elements that Nolan is bringing back in his modern storytelling. And he's not the only one. There's a lot of people out there. David Fincher with Seven, and Jonathan Demme with Silence of the Lambs, and so on and so forth. Body Heat, Blue Velvet, a lot of movies that are kind of bringing back noir aesthetics. But those are specifically the reasons why I like Nolan's movies and his storytelling mechanisms. So, yeah, this is kind of a long video now, but if you have any thoughts on this, you can comment. And if any of you just happen to click on this video and wondering what the hell I'm talking about, look down below and click on the video that I'm responding to, and join the